right in the kisser.
Hey, how the devil are you? Why are you order? So what have we got today? Ooh. These have been sent to me by a company called Cooking Vinyl Limited, by the head of digital, I believe, yeah, Manolo Lopez. So thank you, Manolo. Sent these out for me to check out, review. And it's the Alan Parsons Project album Pyramid. This came out in 1978, sold over 2 million copies, I believe. And it's based on the pyramids of Giza. Or Giza! Anyway, so I've got here a half-speed master of the album. And these are taken from the original master tapes as well. Okay, and also a Blu-ray audio. 5.1, Dolby Atmos, and a HD render, also taken from the original master tapes. So pretty cool. What does it say here? So this edition was expertly cut out by Miles Showell at Abbey Road Studio, October 2023, on a customized Newman VMS 80 lathe at half speed using high-resolution archive transfers taken from the original 1978 master tapes. Ooh, pretty cool. Now, I have not had any experience. I've had experience with Blu-ray audio. I love Blu-ray audio, but not with half-speed masters. I got quite a few albums, records, but never a half-speed master. So it'll be interesting to see how this sounds. Now, the guy, I think, Miles Showell, he does it at Abbey Road Studios, like I said earlier. And then rather than me talk about half-speed mastering, let's hear it from the man himself. Have a listen to this.
Behind me here there's the lathe, and I'll show you later what it does, but there's a cutter head there with 2 coils in there, like a coil of wire that you'd have in a headphone around a magnet, and we blast that with 600 watts per channels, and that vibrates the cutting stylus, which etches the groove, and that's your music. You know, it's not high tech. Records aren't high tech. The system of a flat disc with a groove in it carrying music or speech goes back to 1887. So we're talking 19th century technology. It got very much refined in the sort of 60s and 70s and the 80s by Neumann. And we've done a few modifications here to make this lathe the best it can be. But if you were to slow down the music by a factor of 2 and slow the cutting lathe down by a factor of 2, so everything's running at half speed, it gives the mechanical process twice as long to carve that groove, which is especially useful for high frequency information like tambourines and hi-hats. If you've got 15 kilohertz component in that hi-hat, that's 15,000 air cycles per second, and that also means 15,000 stylus vibrations per second. If it didn't do that, you wouldn't hear it when you played it. So the system gets hot, it gets stressed working that hard. So if that suddenly becomes 7,500, that's much less trouble for the system to go through. So it sounds dreadful in here when I'm cutting it because I have to listen to the music at half the speed and it's pretty turgid. But once we're done and you get the record back and you put it on, it's just like, my gosh, this is a record. Never heard record sounding as clean and open and as fresh as this. And that's why I do it, not because it's a gimmick, because I'm here because I want to make records sound good. That's what my whole goal in life is. I've spent 35 years doing that, so it's either a lack of ambition or a dedication to the cause. You take your pick.
And there you go. So it's basically cut at half speed, okay? It's supposed to give you better mids and highs. Although I have heard some people say you might lose a little bit of bass, but I suppose it depends on how it's been rendered or whatever beforehand. I don't know. But we'll have a listen to this in a bit anyway, don't worry about that. The only thing is though, because it's cut at half speed, they have to be played at 45 RPM rather than 33. And they got to spread them over a couple of records rather than just the one. So this was a 1 LP originally, and now this is 2. Sometimes if it's a big album, they'll put it across 3 records. So this is a 2 record, and I think it's 2 tracks a side. Or the side 1 has 3 tracks, side 2, 2 tracks, side 3, 2 tracks, side 4, 2 tracks. There you go. Anyway, let's unwrap them and see what we've got inside. Hoi! Okay, let's start with the Blu-ray. Ooh. Oh, I didn't want to rip that, but here we go. It's ripped now. There's the Blu-ray there. Dolby Atmos 5 and surround remix by Alan Parsons 2024. What we got here? Got a booklet there. Probably got some history of the album. Oh, got the lyrics in the back there, I think. Yeah, definitely need my glasses to read them. Whee! Tiny. There you go. Nothing else in there? Nope. Looks like it. Right, let's get this bad boy open. Let's have a look at this. Obviously, I did cut it first. It's not that easy to open, okay? I cheated. That just comes off there. Then we got the album then. Nice. Pyramids of Giza. Got all the lyrics here. That's nice to see. Not I'll be singing along. Now, here's the thing. So, can you see this sort of waxy sort of paper inside? That's good because it cuts down on the static. Sometimes when you get an album, I'm sure you've noticed, and you take it out, it's like, it's like all electricity coming off it. No, really good. Wow, look at the length of that. She said, right? Look cool. Well, I can't wait to get these on now. Pop it back in. Whoop. Check out the other one. Ah, what's this here? Look at this. Ooh. I'll get it the right way up in a second. Oh, it's just a write-up about the... got some history on the album there. Interesting. This is the thing about physical media, isn't it, right? Over streaming. You don't get any of this, you know, this is really good. It's tactile. Put the album on, you look at the lyrics, you get this out, you have a little read of the history when you got the record playing. I just love the tactility of albums and things like that. It's so cool. I love it. I think that's about it. Nothing else in there. On the back then you just go, there we go. Right, let's get it on that turntable and have a listen. Wow. Wow. That sounds fantastic. Now, I don't know about other half-speed masters, but the sound in it is absolutely brilliant. Not exaggerating here. The guitars, the voices, the stereo separation, the detail retrieval, just absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best albums I've ever heard, I gotta say. I can't say I noticed anything wrong with the bass at all. I do have Wharfdale Lintons at the bassy, but I found the bass absolutely fine. Blown away, actually. Really, really good. Really good. Anyway, let's have a little look at that Blu-ray. If you're wondering why I'm dressed like this in shorts and when it's in the middle of winter, I work in a health club with a pool, it's hot, okay? And I'm going to work later. That's why I'm dressed like this, okay? I'm not mental. Anyway, let's have a listen to this Blu-ray. There we go, let's pop it in. It should auto-load itself. Go, remember ashtrays on the table? Wow. All right, so there we've got the stereo remaster. That's at 96, 24-bit. Then you've got the Dolby Atmos and 5.1 remixes there. So you just click on that. You can, stereo remaster, you can play, there's a track list and back. Let's go back. And then you've got your Dolby Atmos. Now I've only got a two-channel stereo, so I can't do the 5.1 remixes. But you can hear, got your play track list, whatever. Then your audio options here. So there's the Dolby Atmos there. DTS HD 5.1 master in 96 24-bit. And then you got PCM 5.1. And I bet it sounds fantastic in them formats. It's a shame I don't have a 5.1 or 7.1 surround. I would like to try them out. But anyway, let's go back to the stereo remaster. And then you got there, your track list will come up here. And then you can play your track list then. And what I like about it is it does have some visuals. It's not just a track list with a stateless bar across the bottom. You do have some visuals popping up. You know, this coming up, something comes up else in a second, and then they got a ticket that comes up as well. And that just plays through as you're playing the album then. Okay, let's go back to the top menu. And then back. And back again. So that takes you back to the start. Now, what do I think of the sound? Well, it sounds blinking brilliant. Okay, really, really good. I can't, argue with the sound at all. I thought it was fantastic. However, the Blu-ray is a little bit better sounding than the album. But here's the crazy thing. Normally it's a big difference, but it's really not much difference. The Blu-ray's a little bit better, but this half-speed master, it's close. It really is. You'd probably have to lean in a bit if you did a blind back and forth, as long as you volume matched it, because the Blu-ray plays a little bit louder. Depends on your phono amp, how much gain's going out. But the Blu-ray in this case was louder, so you'd have to volume match them to test them back and forth. But do you know what? This album isn't far off. It's not far off. It's close. When it comes to the Blu-ray, though, I do think that even though it's fantastic and it sounds great, okay, I love the visuals and things, and there's going to be a but here. You know it's coming, don't you? I just think they're missing a trick. Now, I've got some old DVD audio, and that's great sounding too. But on those DVD audios, discs, they tend to have a lot more going on. So they'll have the album in 5.1 and then in stereo and whatever. But they also have a video on there normally. They also have some information about the artist and their background. In bonus, they've got a lot of bonus stuff features on there. Their previous albums on there. They've got posters up, pictures of the group, and like I said, a video of them singing their hit track. Right? I just think it'd be nice. Blu-ray has you can get way more on Blu-ray than you can a DVD. So I can't see why they can't do that. Look, it could be to do with licensing. And also costs as well. These companies are not huge companies like the companies who made DVD audio. They had deep pockets. So these companies tend to be a bit smaller. So maybe it's a cost thing and they want to keep the cost down so they can put that cost over to the consumers and they're not charging too much for it. It could be that, okay? But it's a shame because I would like to see it on it. However, that aside, I think this sounds fantastic. Really, really good. I love the way it's mixed. And this, brilliant. I can't give it enough praises actually. The sound quality is amazing. And the content is great as well. Anyway, that's come to the end of the video. Like I said, links to these will be in the description below if you're interested. Now, 87 or 88% of people who watch my videos, watch my channel, are not subscribed. What? Come on, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, like the video. You can always unsubscribe at a later date if you don't like me. It may not take long. Okay? Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.